Hello everybody, how we doing? Welcome. Tonight we are going to have a training all about the mind-body connection and building body awareness. And we're going to explore this and how it pertains to the healing journey. Why building body awareness is so important as it pertains to the healing and transformation journey. So if we haven't met already, hello, my name is Ashley. I am a somatic coach and a breathwork teacher, and I'm really excited to talk about one of my favorite topics tonight. So thank you so much for being here or for watching the replay. And before we even dive into anything, I'm going to zoom in for a moment on some of the words in the language that I just used. So I used the word somatic, right? Somatic coach. And the word somatic comes from the word soma, which pertains to the body. It means anything pertaining to the body. And so somatic coaching, it differs from just regular coaching that's maybe happening more at the talking, the mindset level. And that's because we're essentially using the wisdom and the intelligence of the body to inform and guide the healing and transformation journey. And at the root of all somatic work is this understanding and knowing and knowledge that the body remembers everything. You might have heard of or read the book, The Body Keeps the Score. And this is what that means. The body, even if consciously we forget about things that happened to us when we were young, or we forget about certain situations that made us feel a certain way, our body remembers that. And it almost stores it as a memory. And then it's that part of our subconscious, the body is really the subconscious, that drives most of your actions in life and thus creates your reality that you're experiencing. And so I often find in people that come to do somatic work, they're already having some awareness around what it is they want to change about themselves, or where they don't feel like they're fully acting in alignment or authentically. They really want to get to know themselves a little bit deeper. And that's when we start to use the body's wisdom as a guide. And so tonight, I'm going to share with you some of the doorways that you can start to walk through in order to explore either how to create a mind-body connection for yourself, or how to strengthen one that's already there. Because here's the thing, all humans, every single one of us, right? Every body has a body. And that body has a communication system, a way that our bodies can communicate with us, with our minds, with our spirits. And the reality is that many of us just weren't taught how to actually either listen to that communication system, know that it's even there, or learn to kind of decode it, if that makes sense. It's like we all were given this body, but not really a user manual on how to exactly use it. And not to mention, everyone's is unique, right? The way that I feel in a certain situation may not be the same as, the way Leah or Abram or Chevs or Liz, feels it. So I just wanted to name that. However, you may feel the symptoms of having a little bit of a misalignment in your mind-body connection. Maybe you've seen that triangle in yoga, right? The mind, the body, and the spirit. And to experience health and well-being, all of that triangle needs to be aligned. And so some of us are stuck in the mind piece, where we think just knowledge alone is going to get us there. Knowledge alone about why we're anxious is going to heal our anxiety. Or knowledge alone about our triggers is going to heal our triggers. But that's just not the way it works, because all of that's how all of those reactions are coming not from your mind necessarily, they're coming from the body. And so we have to involve the body and learning to tune in to the messages that your body sends you through the different doorways that we're going to talk about today. That really is going to help you not only learn about yourself and understand yourself better, but it's going to help you have tangible things to work with to guide you back into balance and harmony within your own system. Okay? So if that sounds good to you, give me a wave or comment. Let me know if this is making sense so far. I just want to make sure. So I've used the words balance and harmony a lot, but I'll share like what I exactly mean by that. When we have this strong mind-body connection, you'll find that life just flows way more easily. Hi Shula, hi Adina. You'll find that life just flows way more easily. You feel grounded and more aligned within yourself. Maybe you feel more connected to yourself, to your true authentic self. Okay? Another element of this mind-body connection is really learning to navigate anything within your experience, navigating your emotions, right? The ones that maybe can feel overwhelming at times, navigating triggers or activations, all with a little bit of more groundedness and ease so that our emotions don't take us on a ride and we don't react to everybody and everything. We can be calm and respond no matter what the situation is. That requires us to have conversation from here to here. Oh yeah, from here to here, versus just responding without having really control over what that looks like. And then the other piece, and I find this to be one of the biggest things that comes up with clients that come to me, at least right now, there's like a trend where so many folks are coming to me not understanding what their needs exactly are. They'll say things like, I just don't know what my needs are, but I know when my boundaries are being crossed, or I know when, I'm starting to feel really anxious or reactive or acting in a way that doesn't feel good and I don't want to be doing it, but I can't seem to get out of the pattern. And that tells me that there is a break or a disconnect between the mind and the body. And so I'm here tonight to share with you some tools that you can bring into your everyday to start to build this and strengthen this. Yeah, let's get started. I'm really excited. So I might have said this earlier, but just as a refresher, I might say body awareness. I might say somatic awareness. It means the same thing. I might say mind-body connection. We're talking about the same thing here. How to have awareness around your body and know what's going on with your emotions, sensations, feelings, activations, all of these things, and how to really decode it, okay? So let's start with doorway number one. Doorway number one is really just a perspective that I find to be really important for any of the other work to happen. So the first doorway to building and strengthening your body awareness is just noticing, acknowledging that your mind and your body both take in information and give out or like send out, communicate information in different ways. What do I mean by this? Let's dive deeper. Take where you are exactly right now. Maybe you're watching this from your phone or computer. Just notice that in this training right now, you're listening, you're taking in information, you're hearing information. Maybe you're thinking about it. Maybe you're writing notes, a lot happening kind of up here in the mental space. But I invite you to notice, how is your body receiving this whole experience right now? Are you noticing that your body is maybe even a little triggered or activated by this? Like, oh my gosh, am I connected to my mind or my body? What is she talking about? I don't understand anything she's saying. Like maybe you're starting to feel some activations within your system. And by activation, I mean the arising of something. Perhaps some thoughts, perhaps some sensations, perhaps some like discomfort that you can't quite name, perhaps an emotion or feeling. And it's okay not to know exactly what that is. We're just practicing like noticing that there's different ways to perceive. So let me know if that made sense to you. Let me know if that helped open up anything for you, recognizing that we have a mental pillar, and then we also have so the mind pillar, right? Mental mind, but we also have the body pillar, the intuitive pillar, the intuitive felt sense of things. Okay, so that's number one. Now we're going to go into doorway number two, and this is when we're starting to provide some more like tangible tools. So doorway number 2 to build or strengthen your mind-body connection is sensation. Sensation is such a powerful, powerful doorway that so many folks don't know how to necessarily engage with. Oh, amazing. Liz or Liza, I love that you're tuning in from Germany. Hello, so amazing. So the ability to observe or name sensations, felt sense of things in your body is really, really important, is so important. It's essential in building that body awareness and taking some of the intelligence and the wisdom that can come from it. Often in sessions with clients who have maybe been to so much therapy already and have talked through things but still don't see changes in what they're experiencing, we have to stop thinking about answers to things and turn to the body's sensations to tell us more information. Like I said earlier, the body remembers. The body holds all the information and truth and wisdom. We just have to give it space to speak to us. Okay? And so what can sensations teach us? They can teach us about our needs, our boundaries. They can teach us about our preferences and areas in our life where maybe we need to set boundaries or make a change to something so that we can be in more alignment with ourselves and our values, what we care about most in the world. And I don't want us to get too tripped up on like language, but sensation and emotion go hand in hand. Your emotions start as sensations, and then your mind comes in and starts to make meaning of the sensation, and that's how we get emotions. So let's think of one that is so common in the world today. You guessed it, anxiety. You probably saw me starting the word, but I wanted to give you a chance. Social anxiety, let's start there. Have you ever walked into a room full of people and started to feel your chest tighten up, your heart start to beat fast? Maybe you start to sweat a little bit or get hot. And then you think, oh, I'm anxious. I have social anxiety, right? We're meaning-making machines. And that very well could be it, right? It could be social anxiety. But what I see so much in the world is people making meaning so quickly without really diving in and essentially missing out on so much of the wisdom there. I was one of those people for so many years until I actually dove deeper into it and I realized, well, wait, this situation, this body response wasn't happening in all areas of my life. It wasn't happening when I walked into all spaces, just the spaces with people that I didn't feel comfortable around or who I didn't feel fully seen or understood by. Other spaces I could walk right in and be a social butterfly and not even faze me. So that kind of showed me, that was an information that I dove into to start to notice, like, where is this happening and where is this not happening? And how can I make changes in my life to help myself and support myself in, feeling comfortable in all spaces? And I'm not going to dive so deep into that in my personal experience because everyone's is going to be so unique. But the point I want to make, and I hope that it's making sense, is your unique communication system from your body through emotions, through sensations, all of it is going to essentially give you information that if you take it and you really get curious around it, you might be able to understand way more than if you just assigned, some meaning to it. Something about emotions, they literally can move through our bodies within, 90 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. But because we assign meaning to it and because we can harp on it or even push away from feeling it, they get stuck in our system. And that can also feel not so great. So getting curious about the sensation is super important. And, to tie this back to the mind-body connection and building this body awareness, I have to name that some people may not feel like they have any feeling in their body at all. And I want you to know that that is common. It is common. Some people feel like they live so much in their minds and their heads, and they don't feel like they have any connection to their bodies. And that's nothing, that's no, fault of yours. That is likely a protective mechanism that your body created in order to protect you in some way, shape, or form. And that's something that, in probably in pair with a therapist or a coach or a practitioner, someone who can help you find safety in your body to start to feel, to start to figure out like what's kind of getting in the way of that. You'll begin to realize that it's not that you have no feeling or sensation at all. It's just that you're right now not able to connect to it. And that's okay, because it's available to everybody. I truly believe this. It just takes safety and support. So if you have questions on that, feel free to reach out, because we're going to move on. But know that I see you, and I'm sending you a lot of compassion and love in your journey, okay? So the invitation with this one is to just notice your experience as you're navigating life. Can you start to notice sensations within your own body? Can you start to notice where you might feel, a tightness in your chest, a constriction, or maybe you feel really lit up from the inside and expansive and fluttery. There's so many words you can use to describe it, and just notice. What might it feel like to bring your awareness fully to that sensation? What happens when you breathe into that sensation? And this work gets really, really cool, because what you'll find is that once you breathe into sensations, often the ones that we've been suppressing for a long time, some of the harder ones to be with, the anxiety, the sadness, the guilt, the shame, the fear, the anger, if you let those be fully felt, just the sensations of them, there's such a beautiful thing that happens in the body. A lot of information comes forth. A lot of healing happens. There's so much there. Maybe I'll do another video on this. But yes, so notice your sensations. And that is doorway number 2, which brings us to our last doorway, number 3, which is body language. So body language is so incredibly important and has so much incredible information for us, and so many of us don't even realize it. So I'm going to invite you to just notice, what's your body like right now in this moment? Is your body kind of slouched? Are you standing up tall? Do you have tightness anywhere in your system, in your jaw? Are you closed? Are you open? All of that can really tell you a lot about yourself, how comfortable you feel, and how safe you feel, and so many other things. So your body language, your facial expression, your posture, all of this, again, is just information for you to use if you become the observer to it, to help guide you to where you might need some support or some healing. It can really tell you a lot about your protective mechanisms and even traumas that haven't been fully resolved in your system. And so again, have a lot of love and compassion for yourself as you're exploring this. But I invite you to notice your body language in different situations this week. How's your body language at work? How's your body language when you're with family? And what does that tell you about yourself? And what does that tell you about maybe some elements of healing that are waiting for you? Okay, so there you have it. Those are 3 of many doorways. There's a lot. I'm just kind of we're just breaching the surface here. But there are so many ways to engage that mind-body connection to direct healing and transformation in a sustainable way that's going to actually last. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know. If you have any questions at all, you can, of course, reach out to me here on Instagram at Ashley Dawn Perl. I'll be tagged in the video and uploads. And you can also find me on the OKclarity platform. If you're looking for one-to-one coaching, you want to explore this approach of coaching a little bit deeper, or perhaps you want to explore breath work together or join a workshop or a class, I would love to support you on your journey. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining.